Welcome back to my channel. As promised, today I'll continue with the build guide for the last hero in the Justice League Dark team. Last here just means the last one currently available in the game, DC Dark Legion. If any new heroes are added later, I'll definitely cover them too. There's something new in this video as well. I'll be showing you how to build transmutable gear. I'll also give a quick overview of all the Justice League Dark heroes, since I didn't cover that part in previous videos. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't hesitate. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more exciting videos. All right, let's get started. Constantine is a magical hero who deals AoE and spiritual damage. He belongs to the Justice League Dark, currently the strongest faction in the game, thanks to his presence and the team's incredible synergy. You'll want to star him up as much as possible. The higher his star rank, especially when reaching purple, yellow, or red stars, the more damage he can deal. He performs well in both PvE, especially against bosses that summon multiple enemies, and in PvP battles. Now let's break down Constantine's skill set. Skill 1 is an AoE attack in a circular area. The damage might look low on paper, but it's still very useful in certain situations. Skill 2 is a passive that burns enemies when Constantine uses either Skill 1 or Skill 3. This burn scales with Constantine's damage, which makes it a great way to deal steady DPS. Skill 3 is another AoE attack, but its full potential depends on Skill 4. When Constantine uses Skill 3 for the second time onward, it deals significantly more damage. Skill 4 activates Black Magic Surge when Constantine casts his ultimate. It also increases his attack power if there are other Justice League Dark heroes on the team, allowing him to dish out massive damage when the full team is assembled. Skill 5 is a global buff that increases Constantine's attack and HP. The boost isn't huge, but it's still important since it applies to all your heroes. The strength of this skill set lies in its powerful AoE damage and debuff effects, allowing Constantine to quickly wipe out enemy teams. However, the downside is his low survivability. Since all his skills are focused on offense, he can be easily taken down if facing strong enemies like Sinestro, Deathstroke, or Nightwing. Now let's talk about transmutable gear. First and most importantly, you need to convert your gear into Justice League Dark gear, or try to craft JLD gear directly. This gives you a 20% power boost, a huge advantage. Next, the key stats to prioritize for Constantine are Spiritual Pen, Spiritual Amp, and ATK. Focus mainly on Spiritual Pen and ATK as they significantly increase his damage output. If you come across bonus energy, it's worth keeping too. Having extra energy helps Constantine use his skills more frequently, which is definitely useful. As for the set bonus, I'm not entirely sure how to fully activate it yet, since I don't have enough materials. But if you get the chance to choose a set bonus, I'd recommend Momentum or Battle Ready for Constantine. Momentum helps him maximize damage by increasing both ATK and energy gain. Battle Ready boosts survivability while also enhancing damage. It increases ATK per second, gives a burst of ATK, and if he survives for 30 seconds, he deals even more damage to enemies. However, I personally think Battle Ready is more suitable for assassins like Deathstroke or Nightwing. When it comes to Legacy, Constantine's exclusive Legacy is definitely the best option. Both the base stats and skill effects significantly boost his damage output. It's completely focused on maximizing his strengths. However, upgrading this Legacy will require quite a lot of magic eyes, so it's better to invest only when you've already ranked him up to purple, yellow, or even red stars. If you don't have his exclusive Legacy yet, you can go with Dart with Poison Ivy's Poison. This Legacy also focuses on increasing spiritual damage and adds bonus energy, making it a solid alternative for Constantine. I only recommend these two Legacies because Constantine is your main damage dealer, so other Legacies just won't be effective for him. As for me, I haven't reached the star level I want for him yet, so I'm holding off on buying his Legacy for now. Now, let's talk about Force. If you've decided to fully invest in Constantine, you should use all your AC on him to max out his potential. The priority force upgrades should be the multiversal force skills, ATK, spiritual amp, and spiritual pen. You can leave HP for later if you don't have enough AC. For those who don't want to invest too much, maybe you're saving up for Supergirl or just can't start him up due to bad luck like me, you can skip HP and the 2 passive multiversal force skills. Just focus on upgrading the multiversal force of skill 1. The goal here is to boost his damage for PvE content like Combat Cycle, where high DPS is crucial. Now, let's move on to the heroes that work well with Constantine. First are the support heroes, since they can pair well with almost any team. Flash is a great match for Constantine because he helps him use skills faster and boosts his attack. This allows Constantine to activate skill 4 earlier and reach his ultimate more quickly. Healers, like Poison Ivy, Raven, Green Lantern, Mara, and Starfire, also support Constantine by improving his survivability, making them solid partners in battle. Next, we have Zatanna and Vixen, who both offer strong support for Constantine. If you don't have a high-star Zatanna, Vixen is a great alternative. She's easier to star up, and her skill gives a big attack boost to Constantine. I personally use Vixen often, even in PvP, because she consistently helps boost Constantine's damage output. Next, let's talk about firepower heroes who pair well with Constantine. Two-Face is a strong pick because he reduces the enemy's spiritual death, which directly boosts Constantine's damage. He also deals AoE damage himself, helping clear enemies faster. Lex Luthor might surprise you. I'm not sure if it's a bug, but from what I've seen, he boosts energy recovery speed for all allies, regardless of their faction. I've tested this with multiple teams, and he consistently speeds up energy gain, so I've included him here as well. Aquaman is another good option. He deals AoE damage and pulls all enemies toward the center, which helps Constantine a lot. Since Constantine's attacks hit in a circular area, having enemies grouped together ensures none of them are missed.
It's a gift. Time to fly.
I don't play by the rules.
Step aside and let the real genius.
Call me Mother Nature.
When it comes to Guardian heroes, Wonder Woman and Dr. Fate are definitely the best support options for Constantine. They're both part of the Justice League Dark, and together they form a solid front line to protect Constantine, allowing him to stay alive and deal damage safely. Scarecrow is also a great addition. He serves as both a tank and a debuffer, reducing the men of enemies, which directly increases the spiritual damage Constantine can deal. Among the warriors, the best choice is definitely Supergirl, a hero who deals AoE physical damage. Just imagine having 2 powerful AoE dealers on the same team, one dealing physical damage and the other dealing spiritual damage. That kind of combo is incredibly strong and almost has no weaknesses. For example, if the enemy uses Deathstroke to take out Constantine, you'll still have Supergirl to carry the damage output. Hawkgirl is also a great support warrior. She can draw all enemies toward herself, making it much easier for Constantine to land his AoE attacks effectively. For assassins, Nightwing is a good partner for Constantine. Since both the Justice League Dark and Titan teams often include Raven, pairing Constantine with Nightwing works better than using Deathstroke. Nightwing excels at finishing off low HP enemies and can create unexpected clutch moments thanks to his high crit rate and crit damage, especially when supported by Titan team bonuses. For the Intimidator role, Joker is a great partner for Constantine. Joker is an excellent DPS dealer, and every time an enemy gets hit, he applies even stronger debuffs to all remaining enemies on the field. When paired with Constantine, who deals AoE damage and burns enemies, this combo greatly amplifies the overall damage and makes it easier to wipe out opponents quickly. Their synergy can overwhelm enemy teams with continuous debuffs and heavy damage.
I've always loved the color yellow. I mean this in the best possible way. Up your...
The best team for Constantine is definitely the full Justice League Dark lineup. However, I personally think that a multi-faction team might be even better. While you'll lose a bit of the attack bonus from Constantine's skill 4, you'll gain more diverse support from other heroes. That said, I'll still showcase the full JLD team in this video so you can see how it works. As for the multi-faction combinations, I'll cover those in a separate video.
My fate is
Alright,
survival.
that's it for today's video. Since I spent most of the time going over team synergy, I didn't get a chance to cover transmutable builds for the other JLD heroes. So I'll save that for tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything you're not satisfied with, or if there's something you'd like me to add, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'll do my best to make it happen. It was thanks to one viewer's suggestion that I remembered to include the transmutable section. I had completely forgotten how important it is, especially for those of you with level 500 gear. That's all for now. See you next time.
Survival.
Great Hera,
I don't play by the rules.
the darkness fears.
I feel...
The spell has been cast.
My fate.
I don't play by the rules.
Great Hera,
The spell has been cast.
the darkness fears me.
My fate.
I don't play by the rules.